Today we're going to be working with desensitizing to the saddle pad and to introducing my giant teddy bear, which is going to be his first rider technically. So first I'm just going to show him this pad. He's seen pads in the past. It just has been a little bit since he's seen one and he hasn't seen this particular one. So it is important for, especially for Mustangs, to see different kinds of pads, so different sizes, different colors, so that he can start generalizing that all pads are saddle pads. They're all the same. Like they're not scary if they're black, or they're scary if they're purple or yellow or whatever. So they can use different colors and it's not a big deal. Because one color might be a little bit scarier, kind of looks like a hole, like a black pad. That might not be able to see the depth to it too much, and another one might look different and look not as scary. So it just kind of depends. He's seen different colors, and it's kind of a windy day, so it kind of works out because it's kind of blowing around, and he can see that it's moving, and it's not a big deal. So just doing a little bit of a review with the pads. I don't think he's going to need much more of that because he's already cool with the Surf angle, and he proves that he's cool with different colors and shapes of pads. He's seen the half pad, he's seen the Western pad. Now we can kind of put all those things together. So that looked really good. I just wanted to do a quick review before I introduced my giant teddy bear. So I'm just gonna let him go ahead and target it. I like to have this just because it's just that step between an actual rider and like pads and tarps and things. It gives it that that silhouette of a person almost. It's obviously not a person, but it looks more like a person. Sits up, has the two legs, so they have that on either side of them, and they can kind of just see like a person. That looks great. And you might not progress as quickly as Castor does. Atlas, he saw the bear, but it took a lot longer because he was just a lot more worried about things. But yeah, Castor, I love his body language here. He's nice and relaxed. Let the bear just kind of hang out on him. Like he doesn't change his body language as it's on there. Like he's just like, okay, I'm like there. He's a little bit tight now. He starts to pick up his head and be a little bit worried. So he probably wasn't quite ready for leaving that bear on as long as I did. Like I would let it sit for a second and then take it off, and then let it sit for 2 seconds to take it off and build that up, because I went from letting it sit for a second and then to letting it sit while I feed him, which was multiple seconds, and he got a little worried. So just be careful of that. I do have some twine tied onto the spare here so I can grab him if I need to, and kind of pull him around a little bit. Um, but overall, this looks pretty good. He handled it quite well. I liked that he can see the bear's leg out of his other eye. He can like see all that stuff that's going on above him. So I had to go get more treats there. Kind of finish up here with the bear. I love this. This looks great. Like he's listening. He's got his ears going, and he's not shutting down, and he's not afraid. He's probably a little bit anxious about the food, which I was still figuring out what was the best food for Castor, which has been like an ongoing situation here. But right now, like he just eats chopped hay. He seems the best and relaxed with that. So if I would have been using that, he would have been even better. But that looked pretty good. But really, like he passes this test pretty good. So next steps are really going to be just me starting to sit on him and then get him like the steering and the pressure cues so he could start being ridden. But this looks really, really good. I like to just throw this on them just, in the beginning. Like I'll probably go ahead and have the bear on him and like do a hindquarter yield so he can move a little bit with it, and then I can take the bear off. We'll do that as a next step, but he is getting right on track to be ridden.